Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, peace to the righteous families of the planet Earth. This your man, King Lou is Allah. I don't even know the date. I was going to build on the date real quick, but I just want to talk with y'all about G.A.M.E, man. You know, I've been studying this and researching this. I'm kind of tired. I've been out in the yard, out in the street all day, so just, bear with me. It's going to be brief, but I'm gonna talk about G.A.M.E and what G.A.M.E really is. I learned in my studies in studying knowledge of self. I come across an acronym for G.A.M.E. In the nation of God's earth, we use a science of language called a form of language called etymology. And that's when you break down what the words mean. You break them in half, you take the prefix and the suffix and everything. And so G.A.M.E, I come to learn and come to agree with means guidance, attention, motivation, and education. That's G.A.M.E. Guidance is G, attention is A, motivation is M, and E is education. It's guidance, attention, motivation, and education. G.A.M.E. And so, man, G.A.M.E is knowledge. See, if you don't have knowledge of the game, you can't be a player, and you're not gonna win at nothing if you don't have no knowledge. So far as, and see, so I come to learn that, that's, I think, just the most proper term we could, the most proper and hippest term we could use to, teach our loved ones, right? And teach the people is G.A.M.E. Like, for example, when a man is raising a son or a daughter, it's their job as a father, or a father figure. The Supreme Alphabet say, and F is father. That means to take your cipher farther, to take your family farther. Father and farther, right? It's, they got this, they sound the same, but they got different spelling and, different meanings. But if you incorporate farther with father, that is your job, to take your children and your wife and your people farther than you did, and farther, just in life. And so how G.A.M.E comes into play is, say you gotta, have a son that's 16 or 17 or 13, and they see all this homosexual stuff going on, and, you want them to make up their own mind, right, about their sexual orientation. You want them to, know for themselves that, this is what a man does, this is what a gay man does. And so, but it's your job as a man and as a father to properly raise your son into manhood, and so, this is where guidance come in. You can guide, when a boy steers off the path of manhood and is curious and want to know about that other lifestyle, it's your job to guide him, to keep him on the right path to manhood. And it also, and see, when you guiding him, you are giving him attention. And see, and so now you must motivate him. I mean, bring him up, praise him, correct him, congratulate him, inspire him, And that's the motivation part of game. And then and then it's your job to be educated so you can pass along the knowledge. You can pass along your education, you see, to your son or daughter or nieces or nephews or cousins or, whoever will listen that's really seeking some game, some guidance, attention, motivation, and education. That's the duty of a 5%er. And so a guidance, attention. And so, that's game. Oh man. So next I'm going to I'm going to another game. And this is my Motor City jersey. The back got King Lou all ALL. They said it was okay because Allah is the all in all. But the hot topic button issue is Magic and Jordan versus Isaiah, Zeke. Now, back when I was 12, 11, I went to Isaiah Thomas basketball camp. I think it was at maybe it been Oakland or Eastern, one of them. I can't remember. I was trying to find my old jerseys and my old pictures. I can't find them. And I got pictures with Isaiah. And so it was a 7-day overnight camp. So I stayed in the dormitory, right? And so man, I always been, if I have to use the term fan, but a fan and an appreciator of Isaiah Thomas and the whole Detroit Bad Boys era. You know what I'm saying? Tough physical basketball. That's that's what I saw. That's what I was raised on. And so the hot topic issue is, did Michael keep Isaiah from the U.S. Olympic Dream Team? And so I just seen an interview today with Stephen A. Smith and Magic. And Magic, people was leaving comments how Magic dodged the questions and Magic need to stop. If Magic should have got a award for defense and the way he was dodging the questions. Somebody said he was playing dodgeball, because I don't think he never said he kept Isaiah from joining the Dream Team. Now, I haven't seen The Last Dance. I haven't watched it yet. But they showing clips of it, and the hot topic is Isaiah being banned from the Dream Team. Now, y'all need to know the history of Magic, Michael, and Isaiah to determine what really happened. And so I grew up in this era, and I also grew up watching basketball, and I followed these men, and I also got their books. I got Magic book where he talks about Larry, Magic, and Isaiah and what happened, the fallout. Magic and Isaiah, when they was best of friends when they first come into the league. Magic came in the league first, then Isaiah came in the league. And when he came in the league, Magic let Isaiah live in his house. So they was real close. They was cool. And, they used to share a kiss before they played each other. Now, people wondered about that. They was all these dudes. But, I think they was on some biblical shit. I think it was Galatians or one of the Romans, one of the Bible verses say, greet your brother with a brotherly kiss on the cheek. So they would kiss on the cheek. I guess they was happy. They was, praising God that they come this far together. And so they was real cool, but they would fight. and bleed each other. But after the game, they best of friends. And so, you know, I'm gonna tell you, I think Magic turned on Isaiah, but it's a reason that he turned, because I'm gonna say Magic felt, like like Isaiah turned first on Magic. See, when Magic was diagnosed with HIV, the NBA started to blackball him. They didn't want to play with Magic. And when they asked Isaiah his thoughts, I think that I think people was hinting at the fact that Magic was gay, because at the time they thought it was a gay man's disease. And then somebody asked Isaiah, was Magic gay? And Isaiah said, is he? You know what I'm saying? And so he like subtly threw Magic under the bus. He didn't defend, one of his best friends at his most time of need, right? Now Isaiah was young. Isaiah has grown from this, and they just recently made up, like I think a year ago. They just sat down on TV and hashed out some things. So when it was time to put the dream team together, Boston kept beating Detroit. And Magic shared a story how they be in the Magic could be not in the, or Magic be watching or somewhere in Boston, and waiting to see who they gonna play, and just having Isaiah back. And Magic shared a story that they was in the hotel room after Boston beat them, and he say, Isaiah got real dark. I mean, he wanted to hurt Larry Bird. This after the series, he wanted to hurt Larry Bird, and he got real dark. And so Isaiah's attitude when they started playing Chicago was fuck Michael Jordan, which is all right. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah, you have to have the attitude of fuck Michael Jordan, because if you don't, he gonna run all over you. See, the Pistons shared that what people do, they wind up watching Michael instead of playing against him, instead of D'ing Michael up and busting Michael ass. So when they played Michael and the Bulls and Pippen, they had to change their mind frame. Fuck Larry Bird and fuck Michael Jordan. And I think it just, and so I say Magic saw this, right? And I think, it carried over into street clothes when they put their suits on, and I guess they was still like, fuck Larry Bird and fuck Michael Jordan. And so when they time to put the dream team together, I think, and so, I think Magic, man, went back and told some things that made Larry and Michael look at Isaiah in an unfavorable way, right? Because he was mad at Isaiah for asking a reporter a question with a question. Is he gay? So and if you ask Magic, that bothered Magic today, and Isaiah hurt that he was blackballed, and Magic hurt that one of his best, closest friends he was bringing up, turned on them like that. And so, man, and I think that's what happened, and you ask Michael tell you Isaiah the baddest guard, points down, hands down. But when they ask him, well, what you think Isaiah coming, his answer is, well, I didn't say that man's name. I didn't mention his name. So if me not saying let's get Isaiah was the reason why Isaiah not on the dream team, well, he'll take that backlashing, right? So, man. And so that's why, man, Magic was hurt. And I don't think, I probably think Isaiah and I mean Larry and Michael would have loved to play with Isaiah, but I think Magic, and they had let Magic was out, and they asked him to join the U.S. Olympic Dream Team, and he was out, but they made a concession. They made an exception so he can play. See, he was out the league because they wasn't familiar with the effects and the spreading of HIV, and so but they let him in, and Magic. I think Magic over Michael kept Isaiah from being on the dream team, and just him sharing, how Isaiah was feeling about getting beat so many times by Larry Bird and the Celtics, and by how people be kissing Michael last, think he this and that. That's why they went back to back on him. Eastern Conference Finals and uh and national titles. Detroit Bad Boys 1 and 2. So, but that's why, man. It's I think the pain's still there, man. And this is my number, Detroit 28. I picked that number. It's a custom jersey. And so, man, that's all I had to say. That's game. It's all in the game. That's part of the game. So I'm out, man. I hope y'all learn from this and ask these questions, and verify and correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about this situation, man. But that's it. I'm out. Peace.